Okay, guys, so welcome back. So for today, we're going to go over the most recent Signa band release, Angels in the Sky, from Shelly. Um, Shelly and the Signa band. Um, I'd just like to big up the team on this production, which is Shelly, myself, Duns. Come in and put this piece together, and then the rest of the team who came in later to do the additional stuff, the background vocals, um, put together the video and everything else. This is out of my hands. So yeah, for me, the team was in the production stages, studio, which is Duns, myself, Shelly. Yeah, so this is what it is. So as far as like this track is, like the production arrangement was done by myself. Then Duns did some additional production, add parts here and there. Um and then the mixing and mastering was done entirely by himself. Shelly with the vocals and the lyrics as usual, man himself. Um we have the background vocalists and so on. That yeah, that's the guys. They're responsible for that. So yeah, the purpose today is to go over the production. As I said, the production was done by myself. Then did this additional here and there. So majority of the stuff is with me. So I will go over that in a bit. Let's just have a quick listen to the track. I mean, everybody basically probably knows the track already. At this point, it kind of doesn't really make sense come and say like hit songs again, because majority of them are. Yeah, yeah. I'll sail my ship myself. Row my boat.
For the angels in the sky. For the angels in the sky. For the angels in the sky. For the angels in the sky.
Let we take a pause from the sea-wo, a pause from the rum. Let we take a pause for the ones who are gone. Souls in the sky and bodies in the ground. Ya know, after daddy I can take another one. So, since you've been gone, things are not the same, but I still pushing on. Just cause I know you're still looking down on me. Yeah. So take out all your phone and put a light up. Point it to the angels right up. Maybe one day we go sight up, but I know you're in a better place. So take out all your phone and put a light up. Point it to the angels right up. Maybe one day we go sight up, but I know you're in a better place. Everybody raise your hands and wait for the angels in the sky. Put up your hands and wait for the angels in the sky. Put up your hands and wait for the angels in the sky. Oh, everybody just wait for the angels in the sky. Jump them.
Okay, so let's not waste too much time and get into it, because we might have a good amount to go through. So the first thing first, let's just go over the rhythm. The rhythm isn't very difficult, it's fairly simple. It's a major rhythm, so it's in a major key. Let me just get rid of some stuff to save on CPU processing power. Okay. that should be okay. So for the intro, we just basically have like this song there. Added with this whistle. Now let's just go over the intro. The bass is just this simple bass. And then with the bass, we have these strings coming. Layered by a synth string. So the songs gel together. And then we have the grand piano. So we all know Bouyon is like more that sharp piano song, but I thought like it wasn't really needed there in the intro. Like let's have like a nice thick grand piano song to emphasize the angels. Like music is about mood and concept. So the mood of the track is more of that nice kind of a mellow kind of song and so on, not that loud, roughed up kind of normal song that we were looking to get. So to get that, strings was necessary. The grand piano was also essential. So that was why the grand piano was brought in to replace the normal piano, because we had it on the normal piano before, but it wasn't giving us like that effect that we wanted. And as you can see, like when the track just starts up, you don't really get that Bouyon feel from it until you hear that Bouyon machine feel, and then the drums comes in and actually takes you into the Bouyon and lets you know, yes, this is definitely a Bouyon. Otherwise, you will just guessing until all this came in. So the next thing I would go over would be the bass. Since the bass doesn't really change throughout the track, the bass stays the same. But we all know, if you don't know by now, you should know now. Like whenever I do bass line, my bass has to dance. My bass has to dance. This is the bass line from the track. Then we had a verse. The verse is split up in two parts. They are both the same, essentially. Just that in the second part, I made like a slight addition. So we'll go over that eventually. So the first thing would be the backup piano. So I played that in myself as usual, and I did like some quantization. I usually don't quantize 100%, so it could keep some of the live feeling of everything. The guitar is just the same guitar song. It wasn't really to get like a authentic guitar song. It was just like this crazy song, like do crazy stuff. Make your music entertaining, make your music unique, make it stand out, make it crazy. So this basically just plays in the background with it. And then we have the strings. So this is a synth string. We also have this synth song. We have the synth string. And then we have this song right here, which is another synth. So these come together to make the song. Like, oh, don't worry about that. This is the old piano song that I used before I changed it to the new one. As you can see, the volume is all the way down. So then for the second half of the chorus, I wanted like we were thinking, like while we were in the studio, we were trying to think like what we could do, like what we could add, what we could probably change, because like we did some removal, some addition, and so on, as I said. One of that was like the intro. So yeah, so we had that done. So one of the things that was done was like in the first half of the verse, Duns added this part, the keyboard lead that was du-du-du-du-du-du-du. And then for the second part, we were trying to figure out if we could do anything, because like you don't really want your music to stay static. You want it to have a little bit more life and juice and stuff. So I will there like I'm a person, I like string instruments, and I listen to a lot of orchestra and so on, J-pop and so on, J-rock. So usually strings would pass, or it's something that would pass in my mind a lot. So while we were playing back the track, the vocal draft was already there. It just came to my mind. Okay, during the little pockets, like just have a string that ascends and just rapidly declines and cuts up. So I had Duns pull up a keyboard strings, but it wasn't getting the song that I wanted, because like the synth strings from like keyboards are not like authentic sounding strings, and authentic sounding strings always has this like late attack to them, because remember you're playing it in, so when you start stuff and you go up high, if you guys ever listen to like those kind of orchestral songs and so on. Whereas the synth strings, they always have this rapid attack one time off the bat. So that's the difference between them. So because I couldn't get that song, I told them like when I get home, I have the plugins and everything for those, for the authentic song strings, I would do that. So upon reaching home that night, I just went in and I did this. I added this. So I added this thick lush string song, authentic string song, in the pockets every now and then. So this is what it does. And then moving on to the chorus, we have the grand piano comes back in the chorus, just playing block chords along with the strings. Now here I added a new string element, a new string sound. All this is like texture, like different colors, so it makes the music a lot more colorful, since we have like the same kind of string momentum, the same long strings, legato, ensemble string, but the color is different because it's a different library, it's a different set of strings. So we layer that together in the grand piano. They're not playing any rhythm, they're just playing block chords, so we still have the rhythm piano do anything. But the main, we still have the strings here as well, layered with them. So we basically just add and remove, and in like the different parts, and in this we did the addition. The addition here was like the quintessential thing that actually makes the chorus is what was added, was the staccato strings. So initially it started with this, and this is just like a synth staccato strings. And well, actually how this started was that it wasn't always there before, I had like a basic staccato, but what happened like at the time that me and Shelly started working on the track, Shelly sent me the draft vocals that he did himself at his home, and when he sent it to me, I went on to change up the arrangement because this wasn't the initial arrangement or anything. This is after I got the ideas from Shelly. This rhythm actually had like two patterns or three patterns if I remember. We slimmed it down to the one, and yeah. So when he sent me the vocals, I went over the vocals, especially when the chorus come in, and because like I like strings so much, like I was like one of the things that we always do in the world of strings is get the strings to accompany the vocals, and I was like, okay. So I basically just went listened to the vocals. Wait for the angels in the sky, and I found the different pitches for it, and I just had that staccato strings just do that. So the strings actually plays along with the vocals. So that's the purpose of the strings here. And I mean, like not all through because like this little part here, this is just colorful stuff. So yeah, you do the good stuff, but you add the color with it. You add the crazy stuff with the good stuff to make it unique and perfect stuff. Yeah, let's just agree that I'm right. Okay, so this was the initial song, and what happened like while I was in the studio, um, as I said, a lot of things happened in the studio, a lot of discussions, a lot of revisions, and so on, which is what tends to happen in the studio. And I thought like the strings wasn't bad, but it didn't sound as thick and sexy that I wanted it to sound. Especially by the time that we actually sit down in the studio and we realize like the concept of the track was already there, but then it's like it actually just fully just hit like the song has a lot of more potential to be a nice hybrid song in Bouyon, where it could be a lot more sexy, where the instruments could be a lot more different from the typical instruments that we would use. And I since I do like a lot of the K-pop and stuff like that, like I know these plugins and I know the potentials they have, so I wanted to bring them in and experiment a lot more, which is something that I will always do that if I have the chance to do it. Once you let me do it, I will. Similar to when I did One Woman Man for ColtonT. When we had the vocals done, Colton just told me, yo, do whatever you have to do, like just experiment, like do your stuff. And the the initial stage of the track is not what we had in the final stage because I did a lot of additions, made it have this rock part. I actually checked Black and said Black, I want some rock guitars on this Bouyon track. Black came across, we started working on it, found the melody that we wanted, found the riff that we wanted, bring in the strings elements, everything, and yeah, so we had this similar kind of situation here. So we brought in the. I thought, okay, well, since I already know I'm going to bring in some lush staccato strings for the some lush strings for the intro and so on and the other parts. Why not just do it for the whole track? So I added this authentic string song to layer it with the synth, and then I duplicated it and bring it an octave down to. But I also knew that while the staccato is nice, like I wanted the um the melody to sustain a little bit more, so I added this to trill with it, and I layered this with another, and this one is an octave down, so the two together along with the staccato and the synth staccato. So that makes the music, the mood, the concept, the lushness just comes alive right here. And then for the second part, for the second part, I added another string on top of that to thicken it up again, and color, as I said, the color. Like I added this other string to give it color. It's the same, it does the same melody, but yeah, so different song in library, different color. And what happened is, like, the first part we had the vocals going with For the Angels in the Sky singing the chorus, but for the second part the melody of the strings was what carried through singing that. Okay, it actually plays like what the vocals is doing. So it took over for the vocals, and then there was the leads from Duns. So the instruments took over for the second half of the chorus, doing the singing and the leads. So this is that. This is basically everything for the track. Like, it's just like repetition, which is the key element of music, repetition. The drums was originally a drum loop that I just took on from my pack, but since we wanted like to have it by kick, snare, etc., I just had to go in and recreate it. So fairly simple drums. As you guys know, I usually mix my drums in my track. So I don't have it right now. I didn't put on any plugins on it. I removed them as I knew that I would not be the one doing the mixing for this track. So it's all dry sounding. And yeah, that's basically all we have for this track. Besides that, we have the MB Mega Groove under the rhythm. We have this playing under the rhythm as well. So if I bring in this, let me just take out the other stuff from the stems. So everything with the background and the lead vocals.
Pause from the zero, pause from the rum. Let we take a pause for the ones who are gone. Souls in the sky and bodies in the ground. Ya know, after daddy I can take another one. So since you've been gone, things are not. Body, raise your hands and wait for the angels in the sky. Put up your hands and wait for the angels in the sky. Put up your hands and wait for the angels in the sky.
So yeah, so this was basically this is the production for this song. The part, as I said, Duns did additional productions, so the little keyboard parts here and there, little riffs like and so on. These were added by Duns, so I don't have these. Well, I didn't ask for them. So But yeah, so this is it, guys. This is the production for the hit song "Angels in the Sky" from Shelly and the Signal Band. Once again, big up to the team for this. I think we took it to another level. This with this production for the year. Yeah, I not sure if Bouyon would have one like that again no time soon. So, but it was really really fun putting this together and making it happen. So yeah, once again, thanks for being here, guys. I see that we have a lot more people coming in every now and then. Um, Recently I checked on the store and there's some kind of issue going on, so I'm looking on having the store migrated. So for now that's the problem we're having. So I know if anyone looking to get the packs and stuff, just send me an email and I will get that. We will follow up on that and discuss and see how. Well, I already have the alternative for it at the moment. So until I get the new store up and running, um, you will only be able to purchase stuff by sending me an email, and then we'll go through the process through there. So yeah, we'll just end things for there. Cause yeah, I came from football and kind of tired, and yeah, we need to go and eat something now. So yeah, later, guys.